What's up, everybody? This is Head and Fieldy chilling at Rock on the Range with Josh Todd from Buckcherry. And we got some questions for him. First time interview, so give us some grace here, all right? So what are you guys doing? You guys out on the road right now?
Yeah, we got a new record out called Confessions. It dropped in February. We've been out on the road actually since April last year.
Yeah?
Yeah, just going hard.
Right on. We're just getting started right now, so I'm ready. I'm ready for this. Let's do it. Okay, your latest album, Confessions, is a concept album based on the 7 deadly sins. How did the idea come to you?
Well, you know, a lot of bands have done it, as you know, and a lot of movies have been based on it, and we just love the sins. It's something we had talked about for a long time, throwing around the idea, and at first we wanted to do just an EP, you know, a 7-song EP, and then it turned into, at the time I was writing a screenplay on my own life, and I condensed it down into a short movie.
Really?
And then, you know, we just wanted the record to be like the soundtrack of the movie, and it wasn't really like a concept type thing, but, so then, you know, the challenge came to make this fucking movie, and we had no idea, like, how much money it was going to cost, so we're still working on the funding, you know, but everything was supposed to, like, the record takes you to the movie takes you to the record. That was the whole plan.
Dude, I gotta read that screenplay, or see the movie, whatever.
Yeah.
Do you have any me in it?
I'll write you in.
Hey, do you have like the 7 deadly sins? Can you name 7, or is it just kind of a title, or can you name like 7?
Yeah, all 7 sins are all songs on the record, and then we have like
What are they?
lust, greed, gluttony. Let me think.
That's
Pride.
mine. That's mine. I struggle with gluttony.
Yeah, I struggle with lust. You?
Everything you named so far?
Yeah. Yeah, that's why it was such an interesting subject.
Yeah.
Because moderation's been an issue.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
All right, why Loudwire? Why do you give me the big words? I'm stupid, man. So, did you find it easier or more difficult to work within the constraints of a singular concept?
You like that, man?
You know, I liked it. You know,
Challenging, yeah.
it was really challenging. I had to go like revisit courses, like, you know, sometimes 3 or 4 times. You know, and still keep the whole idea of the song there, which at the end of it was frustrating as all hell. You know, I just wanted to be done with it when we were done. You know, and but you know, I'm glad we got the body of work. It's really special to me and the band, and so that's all that matters.
Yeah, totally. Isn't it crazy? Because like when you're a kid, you like you dream about this stuff, and then once you're in it, you get frustrated with it, and you're like, when you're a kid, you never would have. But it's like, that's just life, man. You know?
Yeah, you forget like, oh, this is like work. I gotta really like think.
Yeah. So yeah, I want to get to this subject. This is one that we can all relate to. It's you know, you've been sober what, like 18 years? You just said.
18 years, yeah.
And this is a Loudwire question too. So yeah, what was that like? Do you share your story and stuff like that? Like what
yeah. You know, well, at the end of my using, I had alcohol poisoning. You know, I was just doing. Alcohol was my main thing. You know, I'm a really bad alcoholic. I was passing out twice a day. You know, which is weird. Like I wake up, start drinking, pass out by like 2 in the afternoon, start drinking again.
Dang.
Doing meth, coke, you know, acid, lots of habitual pot smoker. You know, if you grew up in Southern California, it's like everybody smokes pot, everybody and their parents. And, you know, and it just, my first daughter was born, and then I got arrested for a DUI, and all these things started happening at the same time. And so I got a nudge from the judge. I got like 30 AA meetings on top of the 6 I had to do for my DUI program, and so I just started going, you know. And I remember when I first started going to AA, I'd drink a 40 of Foster's before I go in. I'd sit in the back and just hate on everybody, and then in my head, you know, and then at one point, like this like total 9-to-5 working class guy like went up there and told my story, and it just like it just floored me. You know, I didn't know. It was so weird to me that all these people had this thing going on, and I found a lot of strength in the numbers, you know, in the rooms.
Yeah.
So I just decided to get on with it because I didn't want my daughter to see me loaded.
Dude, you just told my life right now.
Yeah.
Totally. I mean, my daughter was, well, she was like 3 years old, and I was jacked up on meth for 2 years, and I was like, are you serious? Like, the most evil, like, scumbag, and then I'd go home and see this perfect little angel and be like, and it's just like, this doesn't,
awful.
yeah, it doesn't like mix. So yeah, I feel you, dude. Totally. So like songs like Lit Up and Too Drunk and stuff, is that about like back then when you were all jacked up?
Like, you know, I wrote Lit Up sober, you know. It was just about the first time I did cocaine, which was a pretty magical moment in my life. You know, I had a lot of fun with drinking and using for a long time. It was a lot of fun.
It was a pleasure for a while, right?
Yeah, it worked for a long time, and I got loaded from 13 and 23, and it was amazing, and I like to always reflect back to those moments and write about it, you know, because it's part of my story, and so, you know, Too Drunk is basically like a story of how I rolled, you know, when I was in high school. You know,
Yeah.
I was a little surfer, skateboarder kid. I go to Newport. I had a friend who dealt coke, and I just do blow and drink and hang out on the beach and surf. You know, that was my
Yeah.
whole life at that time.
I had a friend that dealt pot. He may or may not be sitting here, but I don't know. But anyway, he may not. But check it out. So were you sober when you started Buckcherry and you guys started taking off and stuff?
Yeah, when I met Keith, I was
Whoa,
a year and a half sober.
crazy. So you've been
Yeah.
sober this whole time. What's that like? Like, what do you
whole
do
time.
for like fun on the road? And like, do you like it when people are drunk and spitting in your face and say, "You guys rock, man"? Like, how do you deal with all that?
You know, in small doses, really.
Yeah.
You know, I like to, you know, I love being on stage and performing, and then get off stage. You guys know the drill. It's like,
Yeah.
that's your life there, and this is your life outside of that, and it's good for me to see people loaded all the time, because it just reminds me of like what I used to be, and
Good point.
I enjoy seeing like people having a good time and partying, and I love that. I don't want to ever preach sobriety to anybody.
Yeah.
Or whatever. If anybody wants to like talk to me, who wants to get sober, then cool, you know. But
Yeah,
whatever.
that's what I found out, because I went down that road. Did you ever find yourself like preaching sobriety to people in the beginning?
No, I just only in the rooms, you know, like people who want to come in, and you know, I'd sit down with guys and take like new guys just to coffee and just listen to them, and
Yeah.
they just need somebody to listen to, really, you know. And then, you know, I went through the steps, and so I take guys to the steps and do that.
What about dude? You sound like Tommy Lee. I was in his dressing room like 3 months ago. He's like, I'm sober, dude. I just have all this alcohol because I want to get people. I like to get people drunk and,
Yeah.
and watch them like.
Yeah, I like to
So
live.
they entertain me.
Yeah.
So, Phil Dog.
You know what? Here's a more relaxing question. On your iPod, what's the strangest thing on your iPod?
Strangest. Wow. That's a good question. Probably Christopher Cross's Sailing. Love that song.
Oh,
So,
yeah?
yeah, it's pretty
Dude, I love that
GAY,
song.
but I love it. Sometimes when I just need to chill, I'll put it on, and
What's the
I don't tell anybody.
What's the most
Till now.
songs from an artist that you have on your iPod?
Rage Against the Machine, Slipknot.
Really?
Yeah.
It's awesome.
And the Black Crowes.
All right.
I like that. So Sailing, huh?
Yeah. It's pretty lame, I know.
Dude, I love
You
that
guys
song.
asked.
I
Yeah.
love that
You
song.
Have, you have a ritual before you go on stage? Anything you do every night?
Yeah, I do. Well, you know, I always do my vocal warm-ups, and then I listen to old school funk on channel 844 on DirecTV. Just
love that.
get loose.
I'm Mr. Funk Master.
Yeah, and I box for a workout, so like I'll just shadow box and just kind of get warm and do it.
Cool.
Okay, I got one. What's the weirdest thing on your tour bus?
Not
Weird.
you either.
Weirdest thing on a tour bus? Fuck. I don't know. Probably Jimmy's got some weird shit. Like he just bought like this disco fucking iPhone cover that's just always got like all these fucking lights going constantly. These disco, I don't even want to tell you what I call it, but that's probably not too weird. But I don't know. He's usually got the weird shit. We're pretty mellow. It's nothing too exciting.
What's the weirdest thing on your bus?
Well, I won't say you, but
Oh!
the weirdest thing on my bus, maybe for people, is there's like candy everywhere. There's like little mini Snickers, and
I call them the diabetes bus.
you can look in like little cubby holes everywhere. In the freezer, we got chocolates and Snickers in the freezer, and all over. There's just candy everywhere. Like, I don't know. That's about as weird as it gets for me.
Yeah.
I don't got a bus. Korn just gave me a bunk, so I don't got my own bus. So I'm just
My bus is your bus.
That's how we roll. Okay, can I sleep in your bed? Can I sleep in that queen bed in the
Where were
back?
you on the way here?
Oh, laying on your bed. Sorry.
In my room, weren't you?
Okay. All right then. Well, thanks, dude. Appreciate talking
Yeah,
to
man.
us,
Good questions. Thank
Dude,
you, man. You guys rule.
have a great.
Looking forward to playing with you guys.
You guys too, man. Have a great show. And this is Rockin' the Range. Peace. Loudwire.com.